Okay, hi everyone, Daryl here. So I'm just going to continue our YouTube playlist, Ask Us Anything. So we actually had some questions that were asked during the webinar which we are running. So as you guys would know, right, the whole world is affected by this COVID-19 situation, and Kevin and myself, we are stuck in Singapore, so that's where we come from. We've not visited like Bangkok for a significant period of time, and what's going on is that so basically we're in this circuit breaker period in Singapore, whereby we are actually sort of not allowed to go to work, or a lot of places are actually closed for about 8 weeks, and we are in the fifth week. And we to continue our channel, right, what we did was that we actually held we're actually holding webinars. So every first Thursday of the month, we will hold a Bangkok property market outlook seminar, and that one we will actually touch on how bad the recession will be and how it will affect Bangkok property market and the market prices of Bangkok property. So if you're interested, you just tune in for the first Thursday of the month webinar. Then the next webinar will be on the third Thursday of the month, and that one will be actually focusing on the different locations, the laws and taxes of buying a property in Bangkok. What we have now, right, is that we actually have this question which was actually posed to us in the last webinar, but rather than just copy the answer out from the webinar, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to answer it in a proper video. Okay, one of the questions mentioned was that because we mentioned that one of the developers which we deal with to a very large extent, which is Sansiri, they are actually offering discounts to buyers who have bought their property before. So that means if you bought a property from Sansiri, right, they are actually offering you a discount on the price of the property if you pay earlier, which means that you pay in full. They have some promotion whereby if you transfer before a certain period of time, they are going to knock off the price which you actually signed previously. One of the main reasons is because Sansiri has been aggressively reducing its price across the board since maybe the last 2 to 3 months. And if you see some of the news reports, right, Sansiri's sales figures have done quite well, and they managed to clear quite a lot of stock. So the thing is that they cannot penalize the people who have supported them by buying during the first phase or the second phase, and now it's actually the sort of the leftover phase. So Sansiri is actually giving out quite attractive discounts, and what they're doing is that they're passing on these discounts back to the people who have bought before. So if you bought certain developments which they are giving aggressive discounts, then you would have received an email saying that they are going to lower the prices as well. So what I'm going to do, right, is that maybe we'll put up the the discount somewhere here. We'll post it on our website investbangkokproperty.com as well to explain. Those who have already transferred previously, right, you are not given the discount because your project is most probably almost completely sold out already. So there are some clients who have bought maybe properties in maybe like Kawa House, which is in the T77 community, which was one of the best selling projects for Sansiri maybe like 2 years ago. These developments, right, you are not allowed. You're not given the discount because already almost fully sold. So they are giving discounts to developments like XT Payatai or XT Ekamai, some of the discounts. So they are passing on these discounts to buyers who have already bought from them. So that's one of the advantages of buying from a larger developer. So they actually do have promotions, and even though they sign on the dotted line already, right, they're still willing to pass on this discount. So it's quite interesting because I don't really see the developers doing it from my home country, which is Singapore. Then it's quite interesting that the developers in Thailand, they are doing it as well. well, Kevin and myself, right, we've been dealing with Thai properties for quite some time, and we could not see that there was this pandemic coming along. But I guess that it's quite prophetic because the last major recession was like 1997. Then, I mean, before that, before the last recession was 1997. Then after 11 years later was like 2008, 2009. Then now 11 years later is 2020. So it's quite prophetic that maybe every 11 years there's a major recession as well. In fact, before 97, right, there was the debt crisis in about 80s. I think it was debt and oil crisis. So it's somewhere in the mid 1985 or around there also. So it's quite prophetic because every 11 odd years you get a recession, and yeah, so property prices are definitely expected to drop across the board throughout the world. But one thing to note is that you can actually keep updated. So if you're looking for a property in Bangkok, right, try to keep updated with the pricing. So see that developers, they are maybe cutting their pricing. So when they cut their pricing, right, how fast do they take to sell out their projects, and try to buy properties in good locations, which means that maybe close to the BTS station, buy from a reputable developer. Then well, our side, we also do the resale and rental. So generally, if the location is not very good, we try not to ask the client to buy unless, I mean, we'll put a disclaimer. If you really want to buy, then it's just that later on you may find it a little bit more difficult to rent, and we also don't want to go through the hassle of renting something that maybe it's not so well located. Yeah, so yeah, hope that answers this question. It was posted in the webinar, and do head on down to investbangkokproperty.com to take a look at our webinars. We hold it every fortnight, so the first and third Thursday of every month we'll hold it. And I think for a significant period of time, right, especially with this coronavirus pandemic, right, we will have to hold the webinar in the webinar form rather than having a physical seminar. And we do hope that we can resume our Invest Bangkok property tour, and we do wish that everyone stays safe, and we'll keep you updated. Our staff and our teammates are still in Bangkok. Only myself and Kevin and myself, we are in Singapore. Yeah, so that's the fact of life now. And yeah, so stay safe everyone, and tune in to our channel, subscribe and like. Oh yeah, we hit 2,000 subscribers, and thanks everyone. So like, maybe I'll ask Kevin how he feels about it. Yeah, so thanks everyone for the support over the last 1.5 years of running the channel. Yeah, and yeah, so stay tuned and watch out for our webinars, and stay safe. Bye.